Okay, guys, I have a student on the line today. I have Simon on the line. How's it going, my friend?
Good, thanks. Good, you?
Not bad. I'm glad that Simon has hopped on here to share his story because he's obviously been killing it. He's been making his posts and stuff. He's tagged me in a couple, high profit posts. So I wanted to get him on here and share, any challenges he's went through and his experience with the course and with the training and all that stuff. So, Simon, real quick, let everybody know like where you're from, how old you are, and I guess how long since you started with VTN.
Okay. So originally from England, but currently in Dubai. 37 years old. I looked at all the Forex Factory program for quite a few months before I took the gamble, as it is, I guess, to purchase. But I actually purchased it, I think, end of February, beginning of March this year.
Okay, cool. And had you been like trading before us, or like what's the whole backstory behind your career?
So I think probably just under a year ago, I started getting involved in like cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
Was looking at that to begin with. I didn't necessarily want to buy the actual currencies themselves, but I looked into trading, trading on their profit or their loss. So I got into that first, made a little bit of money out of that, and then that kind of pushed me across towards Forex and options,
Hmm.
binary. Made a bit of money, lost a bit of money, made a bit more money, and then lost more money. So I ended up being down on that.
Yeah.
But I kind of saw the potential there. And I thought, well, people make money out of this, right? I know people do this for a living.
Yeah.
So started looking around for Forex training, free training, just tips, and hints, etc., etc. And then somehow, I think I stumbled across you on Twitter. I think you came up with like a recommendation as a person to follow or something like that.
Hmm.
Your personal account, I think. And then saw that you did this Forex training, um, and then looked into that and kind of went from there.
Okay. Nice. So, I guess to get into the meat and potatoes of things, like what are the results that you've seen so far? Like, what did you start with? Because you just joined, you said in January.
Yeah.
When did you go live? And then what are the results that you've seen so far?
Okay. So I was going with a demo account probably for about a month or so, and then I think it was or 2 months, and then towards the end of March, I think it was like last week of March, made the leap into the real live account, deposited $1,000, and then I think the first week or so, I was up $1,000, and I thought, well, this is easy, this is brilliant, this is amazing stuff. I mean, like, it's doing exactly what he said. This can't be. I don't know. It just didn't seem real
Mhm.
because like it can't be this simple.
Yeah.
So I kind of like made my money back on the course almost straight away.
Nice.
Um, and then obviously I think as everyone does, got a bit cocky. Started
Mhm.
thinking, this is easy, win, win, win. If it's this easy, I'm not going to lose ever. So
Yeah.
made some money, lost a bit more money again.
Yeah.
But I didn't deposit again. I think I managed to get up to within the first month. I think I got up to just under $5,000.
Mhm.
And then I think once I almost got to that point, the next day I think I just blew 4,000. So I was
Really?
down to like 800 again. I was like, oh no, reality check. Because I
Jeez.
just got too cocky. I know you keep saying, don't get greedy, don't get greedy, take
Yeah.
it easy, take it slow. But now, yeah, it's obvious now. Now, when you hit it, you realise, you're like, yeah, what he says is true. But I think you just get caught up in it because you're like, win, 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 little loss, win, win. And you just think, wow, I'm like, I can't lose. Surely I can't lose if I keep following everything.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I got down, blew almost all of it, but not quite. And then within the last 2 weeks or so, I think it is, got a nice big win on one of the pairs, and I made over. I think I kept the trade in for 8 or 9 days overall, and from that I made $7,500 on that one trade,
Wow.
which was very, very nice.
So what would you?
And then
Sorry, what were you about to say?
and then I think I've then a few days I've just been making $1,000 here, $1,000 there, couple of hundred here, a couple of hundred there. But at the moment, I'm up to just over 16,000 profit.
That's excellent, my friend.
So, yeah, very excellent. Very, very excellent.
That is excellent. So, okay, like, you definitely dealt with some challenges though. You were up and down, you're up and down. And now you're striding again. But what would you say? Or maybe let me ask this first. Like, are you applying directly what was taught in the training, or have you like used some of those outside resources, or like what's really working for you in order for you to make gains like that? Because that's probably something a lot of people want to know.
Yeah, no, mainly from the training.
Yeah.
When I started to look for all the free tips before I joined the course,
Mm-hmm.
there seems to be it seems to be quite confusing. You've got everyone doing all these different charts and lines and stuff, and all these new terms, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But with your training, the way you've broken it down, it just you can follow it very easily. It does make sense. Some people might take longer to understand it.
Yeah.
If you've got no history at all, possibly in any forex or any markets or anything, this is like you're coming into something brand new without any knowledge, then it might take you longer to understand.
Yeah.
But no, the training I found very straightforward from your videos, but when you're putting it into the live environment, it's a bit harder to identify to begin with, to try and find everything, because when you're going through all the videos, it's like you're saying, see this, it's like, yep, see it. You put up a live chart and it's like, I don't quite see it at the moment. Whereas on the training, you're obviously making it quite easy to identify straight away for the training, right? But in a live situation, it's a bit harder to notice it straight away. But that comes with, practice and time.
So, that does bring up a pretty solid point for me, or a solid thought for me. Like, what would you say, like, about this training for a person who's literally never heard of Forex before? Like, do you feel like this is built for them, or do you feel like they should go another route before they get this training?
Good question, actually. I think they should. They would. I think you need at least a basic understanding of what it is,
Okay.
not necessarily how it works, but you can't just go, okay, wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm going to go trade Forex and make a living out of that. I know nothing about it. I think you need to at least know what Forex is, but basic understanding. You don't need to know how to make money from it. I don't think. You just need to know that it probably exists and that the prices go up and down, etc.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay, so like, what would you say it was like your biggest challenge when it came to trading before the Forex Fortune Factory? Like when it came to like just trading in general, what would you say is the biggest challenge? And then how did the Forex Fortune Factory solve that for you?
Okay, so the biggest is probably trying to predict which way the market will go, whether it's going to go up or down. Because if you don't have any background knowledge or any training in it, then you're kind of just going on a hunch. You're looking at it and thinking, oh, that looks like it might go down. Like in the training, you're going to make an impulsive move. You're seeing it go down. You're going to join it going down. Oh, look, it's going down. I'm going to make the money. But then in the training, you kind of see that there's patterns to it all and everything.
Yeah.
And you can kind of determine which way it's going to go, how long for, and therefore you know when to get in or when to get out, or when not to get in and not to get out, etc. I mean, I'm still learning. I don't know everything at the moment. I think I've got lucky on a few hits because I've been there. I just having to get in at the right time.
Yeah.
With the training, with the live account, etc., and with the right pair, because there's so many pairs, right? I could have not seen that pair. If I hadn't seen that pair, I wouldn't have made a big, the 7.5 grand on that one trade.
Right.
I could have looking at a different pair. Could have missed that altogether.
Exactly.
So I think I'm lucky as well at the same time. But the training obviously has helped because I saw it. I'm like, I think that's going to do this. That's going to go there. Then it started to look like it's doing it, and I thought, yeah, it's doing it. I'm jumping in. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to get in. Winner.
Right. Hey, it works like that sometimes. Okay, so
yeah, exactly.
So before you purchased, did you have like any doubts about like me, the training? Like were there any things that like you were like, I don't know, like maybe I shouldn't
Yeah,
get
definitely.
this. What were your
Def-
thoughts, and like how did you get over
yeah,
it?
because I just came across you online on Twitter, I think it was. So I didn't look for you, etc. You kind of just came up as a person to follow for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe I posted something. You know how the algorithms work on there.
Yeah.
They just pair you up with people. Just maybe we followed a few people, same people. I don't know. And then I saw that you had the Forex course, and then obviously not knowing anything about you, I think I waited like 2-3 months before I actually thought, okay, let's go for it. If it, because I'm not saying it is a scam because it's not a scam because it's obviously working. But when you find something that you weren't looking for and it says you can make money with this, just pay this for this, you're thinking, internet,
Yeah.
is it real? So I took my time, looked at, researched you a little bit, found out all the things, just took my time and just thought, okay, I've got the money. If it doesn't work out, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. If it does work out, I've got nothing to lose.
Okay.
So
what
but yeah,
if you had
it
to
worked
flip,
out.
if you had to flip that, what would you say to the people that are still on the fence?
Just go for it. I mean, like, it's worked for me. If you if you've got the money to spend, don't, spend it, but don't blow all your savings on it because it's going to take you time. It's not a quick fix. It's not like you get the course and then the next day you can make thousands.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take time. You need to watch the videos, practice with the training, demo accounts, and then you can go into a live situation. And even then, in a live situation, you're still going to lose money at times, but hopefully you'll make more than you lose.
Exactly. And that's a really important point for everybody that's watching this. Simon just hit that on the head, and I think I've said this in other testimonials. Like, yeah, there's students like Simon that come up very quickly, but it is a process and it's a journey, and everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of the last question that I want to ask you. What was your favorite part of the training, and I guess like how can it be improved? Just so that the listeners know what maybe they can expect.
Okay. I don't know what the favourite part. I think it was all quite well put together. You're very relaxed in the videos. It's not like a classroom kind of thing where you're just dictating this. It's quite a laid back and quite a friendly approach, I guess, in a way, which makes it a bit better for me anyway. A bit better for me to understand and get along and get a grasp of it. Some people might not like that kind of teaching method. I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing I could say you could possibly improve is to try and maybe incorporate a live situation as well. I know it won't be live at the time, rather than live for everybody who's joining.
Yeah.
Because I think when the videos were all made, I think all the markets were closed. But it might be nice to try and see it in a live environment.
Yeah.
So you can try and see, like, this is now forming into this level, or this has just come out of here, it's going to go down. Right. And then maybe you could wait for it to do that and then just do it at the end of the video. Maybe, look, this is what happened. I said it was going to do this. It did this.
Yeah.
Because like you've said in the training, it's easy to look at the past and see what happened because it's already happened.
Exactly.
But I think, yeah, if you can try and incorporate some kind of, this is going to happen, and then you can date it, timestamp it or something, and a week later, again, add to the video, this is what happened. I told you guys. You could have made yourself a lot of money if you followed this kind of thing. I think. Something like that, because that's the hardest part I find at the moment is the training. I found very simple. When you're showing it, you see it all. Everything you're trying to say. Look for this. You identify with it. But as soon as you start hitting like the live charts, for me personally, it's a bit harder to actually see it forming or happening until it's happened. And then once it's happened, you can go back and go, yeah, I can see that now.
Yeah.
That would have, if I'd have done that and done that, then that would have worked.
Exactly. So. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that advice because I feel like that is something that needs to be incorporated into the 3.0 version, and hopefully we can take care of that in the best way possible. So I definitely appreciate that and I respect that.
Yeah.
But Simon, man, I really appreciate you hopping on here and just sharing your story with everyone. It takes a lot. A lot of people, they they don't like to do this.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's people that have made thousands with this course and they don't like to do this. So the people that do, like yourself, you're doing everybody a big favor because you have no idea how much these videos have inspired people and gotten them motivated and excited about this journey. So I appreciate you hopping on here, and keep killing it, man. I mean, personal advice, just off record, like keep killing it. The greed thing, like you're doing well right now. I would suggest that you withdraw a little bit, maybe like $3,000-4,000, and just feel that money so that you know what you're capable of, and you might be saving up for something big, but still withdraw something just so that you can feel your skill level, and that's the part that's really important as a trader. But
yeah, cool.
Other than that, I got nothing else for you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, my friend.